Well, let's use this design to illustrate the use of the polyline command with the arc option. The design calls for some herringbone pattern running through here, so we want to hatch that area, and the best way to hatch that is to do a closed polyline. Now I've set my O-snap floated the bar, and if I go over here you can see that object snap is on and the endpoint option is running. So we're going to find the endpoints easily. Let's start the polyline command, and we'll start up here in the corner, and you see that as I move it is relatively easy. I'll take polar off at the moment. It's relatively easy to find even tiny variations in the where the polyline is, but when I reach this point here I need to go into arc mode within the polyline itself, and we'll pick arc and find that endpoint. Notice how the arc is not placed correctly yet. We'll attend to that in a moment. And whoops, I'll right click and undo. What happened there? I left the polyline command in the arc mode. I need to switch it by using my right mouse button back to line mode there, and once we get here again we right click and say we're going to go into arc mode, lock there. Remember to right click and pick line mode again. We'll pan up and we can find that point there and that point up here. We need to go into arc mode again, and this will be the end point, and clearly that's not in the right position. Let's pick line, and we're nearing the end of what's a relatively complex shape. When we get to this point we will close. So we've now got a closed polyline covering most of the area that we want. We need to adjust these arcs, and the best way to do that I think is to just set a running O-snap, add another one, and we'll make it perpendicular. Now we can pick that vertex and run it perpendicular there, pick that vertex, and we should be able to run it perpendicular. I'm doing single O-snap over eyes, but the endpoint is still operational and continues on, so I need to move this finer one, so we'll have one more perpendicular, and there we have our polyline. Then the next step of course is to hatch it, so that's draw and hatch, pick the polyline and then hit enter. Up pops the hatch pattern. Check that you have the appropriate hatch pattern. I'm using the ISO pattern and I want a herringbone pattern. I'll set the scale at something like 2 and OK it, and in goes our hatching. This will be a water feature here. We need to exclude that bit of hatching. The simplest way to do that is just to pick the circle. We certainly don't want a thick line there. We can pick, say, a colour. Let's pick a solid brown colour, and we'll apply a fill to it, and when we unselect all the colour fills, we need to pick the internal water feature. So holding the shift key down I can bring that water feature to the front, tools, draw order, and bring it to the front. So I mightn't particularly like the colour of that outer zone for the water feature, but can you see we've achieved our aim of applying a herringbone pattern all the way through. This will be the entrance leading to the front entry and porch up here. So that's the polyline command with a variation. Now, did I leave that one there as an arc option? I think I did, so I need to move that one perpendicular to there, and because hatching is associative here, as we distort the closed polyline, the hatching follows with us. So I hope that helps with the arc option within the polyline command itself.